into the night. Her blameless fires burn the sky, and all that's best of her, and all that's bright, fade from her aspect and her eyes. The darkest shades now, the rays have gone, impair the nameless grace of you, and thoughts of shame that you gaze upon, 'cause no one sees what you do.
Hello and welcome to our next episode here. Just going to be a, I don't know how quickie, but hopefully it's not too long, because of course, as people know, we have a community role play going on the fivem server later on. So just wanted to jump in here on the ATS side of things and do some do a quick load delivery here. More importantly, actually, though, I wanted to go ahead and basically show off the fact that the new version of 1.31 for American Truck Simulator is now out and about, I guess would be the best way to say it. And that is what we are rolling into today. I'm going to try not to hit the gas pumps. And as part of the 1.31, basically the main... Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay, unfortunately it's nighttime, so you're not really going to see it too well, but basically we have our trailer connection lines there that are actually live. You will actually now see those connected to the trailer. So, very nice. It took them a couple of years, as you've heard from other YouTubers, Jeff being one. They finally made it live. The reason I wasn't updating earlier was because, of course, most of you know that me and Zach and Jay and Derek, we all do part of a virtual trucking company, American Patriot Trucking, and easy for me to remember and say. Liar. Anyway, so as part of the single player, I have the coast to coast mod, and I did not want to lose the ability to go coast to coast and have the update. So the update now, there is a 2.5 coast to coast beta that is available to download. That is compatible with version 1.31. The signage still works. The company logos still work. And the only thing I lost right now is the Canadian mod. I have not been to any sites to see if they made an update to those. Okay. So, let's go ahead and grab our load here. And I could have said that so much better, but I didn't. We are currently in Huntsville, Alabama. And have a little run here today. Oh, I think my chat menu should be up now. I completely forgot to I completely forgot to set my chat menu up. So, okay, there we go. Now I can actually see what you guys say about me. So, I always forget to do this, and so let's see. If you are viewing it on YouTube, I will give you some nice fun commands here that you can go ahead and take part of. Let's see. Our Discord server link. If you want to sign in with us on YouTube, there she is. Let's see. What else we got? I think that's something, isn't it? I thought so. And I only made the links, but I'll be damned if I remember what they are. You know what they say. Hope someone out there does, because I sure as hell don't. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the hell out there. We'll go ahead and find it funny that we're out here in Huntsville right now, and I've never been in any of the cities on the coast to coast. Never been in more cities in the coast to coast mod that are actually dirt road. Yeah. Okay, now that makes about as much sense as a screen door on a submarine. They have that road blocked off. You cannot go straight. However, I'm about to take 2 rights and be on the part of the road they're just blocking me from. So, I don't know. Holy fuck. That guy was whipping it. So, we're going to be jumping on to the 565, it looks like. Oh. Come on. It's difficult because right now I'm bobtailing it. I don't have the load yet, and this truck has completely different handling when it's got a trailer attached. So right now, we are in Huntsville, Alabama. We are only going basically to the other end of Huntsville to pick up our load, and we will be taking a run out to the Fort Worth area over in Texas. Oh, there's Border Patrol. Come on. Make your turn. There we go. I do love the sound of this vehicle. The vehicle we are using here today for America Trucker is a T680 Kenworth, 600 horsepower engine. We are using the 7-speed. I am currently using automatic transmission. Not currently using a steering wheel, using a Xbox 360 controller. Eventually I am thinking of upgrading to the steering wheel, and then maybe trying out the standard transmission, but I'm not sure. Oh, something's happening with my chat here. I'm not seeing new messages. There we go. And Charlie. And, well, let's see. No sound your end. It looks like it might be your end because my microphone and desktop are working. Hey, Charlie from... Oh, shit. I'm looking at the chat and not paying attention. Sorry about if anyone else said anything that I missed. I do apologize. My chat box was not updating itself. But yes, Charlie, welcome in from Mixer. Dan, yes, check your sound settings on your end because my microphone is going crazy. In a good way. If you can believe that. Okay. So we are picking this trailer up from Wally Mart, or Wally World, depending on what you want to call it. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, did you... What the fuck? So I came here for the load, and they gave it away. You son of a bitch. Well, what the hell? Let's do one for Houston. Okay, now where is it? To the left, according to the good man at the gate. Can't believe that is the second time actually in doing all this. Oh, it's actually a Walmart UPS shipping bay. But yeah, that is the second time that they've given away a load when I've gotten there. We'll just throw on our beacons while we're in reverse. Oh. Come on, John. What the fuck? You new? Okay. There we go. Okay, actually, we should be bright enough now that you'll be able to see the lines. There you go. The lines are actually connected. That little endeavor actually cost the programmers 2 years to get right. So it's not always the big ones that take a long time. Sometimes it's just those little nuances that take the most time. Okay, so we are going to be on the road, and we are going to be going to Houston this time. We were going to go to Fort Worth, but apparently we weren't important enough for them to hold the load for us, and we're the ones who lose on that one. Oh well. So I'm taking this little rinky one to Houston. That's okay. That figures. The other thing it's not completely compatible with is also those remove all barricades. So if you do, I haven't seen if there's one that's updated for the barricades. Honestly, I may or may not reinstall the plugin that removes those, only because the plugin that removes those doesn't actually remove the wall. So the wall stays, just you can't see the wall. So I can't tell you the number of times I've actually crashed into that into a damn invisible wall because I couldn't see that I can't go that way. So I may or may not remove those barricades again, but that's only because it doesn't remove the functionality of preventing me from going that way. So okay, so hope everyone's Saturday is doing them well, and I want to thank you for joining in with us. Gonna jump on. Looks like they're gonna send us to Birmingham, and I am going way off the fucking road. Well, at least I avoided hitting people. That's interesting. I wonder why I couldn't just continue going that way, though. Didn't look like there's a hill. I've pulled my way out of tougher spots than that before. That's interesting. Wonder if there's an invisible wall there. Anyway. But that's what I get for essentially texting and driving. So we got 784 miles to go. Trip should take about 1,500. Yeah, 1,500. There it is. 15 hours, according to the GPS. I highly doubt that. Basically, speed limits through here are going to be about 70 miles per hour on the highway. Once we hit Texas, speed limit is going to jump up to about 85, I believe. naturally. You know, because, you know, you don't want to use the brakes or anything. No, much easier to slam into a trailer of a semi doing, you know, 80 miles per hour. Or at the time, I think 60. But, you know. That's twice I've had the AI just ram into me. It's almost like the AI saying, hey, you want to complain about us, huh? Huh, fuckface? Well, here you go. Okay. One of the worst things is on camera is when your nose itches. There's absolutely no possible way of itching your nose that doesn't look like you're doing something wrong. You know, I had to talk about that. I mean, you know, it just because. If there's a pink elephant in the room, I'm going to talk about it. And why shouldn't I? The pink elephant never helped me when I was drinking. Anyway, so actually we're up to 75. It's the speed limit here, so we'll lock her in at 83, 84. So it's really fun when I hit Texas and it's 83 and it goes up to 85. This 83 cruise is like, well, now at least now I'm not speeding. So I do think they've made some updates to the 2.5 beta that I really like. And it's really well put together. My hat really goes off to the people who made this. So, like I said before, we are going to have a fivem community roleplay for the CHP Officer 20 family, for the CHP Officer 20 server. If you are a civilian or a LEO or whatever on that server, today's the day. Okay, don't know why that guy carrying the sand was going so goddamn slow, but to each their own. And I've also already gotten a $1,000 speeding ticket. I've had 2 people crash into me. That's $1,800. I'm up to $2,800. I'm gonna deliver this thing to Houston, and I'm gonna owe them money. Anyway, at the bottom of your screen, as you're seeing, we have, if you wouldn't be able to use it this time around because the map on the VT log site does not include the Coast to Coast mod. However, if you wanted to take it and bookmark it for when we do a ATS ATP Community Patrol on the fivem server, you can go ahead and watch us in real time on a satellite map. It is map.vtlog.net/ATS. And I'm gonna fucking miss my turn to fucking Birmingham because I am talking and not driving. So yes, so go to that. Now, like I said, you're gonna watch us on you're gonna watch us on a satellite map, and it's not gonna be the same thing as, you know, watching us on YouTube or Twitch or Mixer. You're gonna see just some dots on the map. The nice thing about the map too is if you have the correct, if you've taken time to, and hopefully you have, if you join the ATP, and install the required things into your ATS game, you will actually have your single player missions uploaded to the logbook, as well as anything you do on the Truckers MP server. Not to mention, you will be, whether you're playing MP or single player, you will actually be viewable on the map. Gonna run out of blinker fluid, as Jace likes to say. So yes, we are going to Birmingham first. They're going to route us that way. Then I would imagine they're going to take us right down to the 10. That's at least what I would imagine. I mean, I'm at least trying to think that way. Yeah, I think they're gonna. I mean, that would be my logical thought, anyways. That they take us down to the 10 to go into Houston that way from through Louisiana. And Goody CFC 74, welcome into the stream from Mixer. Hope your Saturday finds you well. Thank you for joining in. If this is anyone's first time joining in, of course, welcome. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for spending a little time on the weekend here with us. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on whatever network you're viewing me on, whether it's YouTube or Twitch or Mixer. That way you won't miss a moment. We upload live streams daily. We are Monday through Friday, generally 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, of course. Or I guess Central Daylight Time, depending on how you want to say it. I always call it CST, even if we are on Daylight Savings Time or not. But, you know. Anyway, so we upload 5 days a week, and then, of course, you get these little Easter eggs when I upload on a Saturday or a Sunday. These generally go unannounced. The only ones who know... the only 3 people who know if I'm going to go live on a weekend are me, myself, and I. And let me tell you, sometimes I don't even tell myself because I'm a blabbermouth. Anyway. It's wonderful when a person can refer to himself in the third person and then continue on like there's nothing, you know? Anyway. Again, we just discovered Tuscaloosa. So... surprised, and I am very surprised we didn't get called into a way station. Leaving last night when I was just doing single player, wasn't recording or anything. I was called into 2 way stations, and they were both in Florida. One was just before I crossed. I was like maybe 30 seconds from the Florida-Georgia border. And they called me into a way station. It's like, really? Contract with Georgia? You know? And I didn't get called into one bloody way station all through Georgia and all the way into Alabama. So. Yeah. But I don't know. I was only hauling cars for Teslas, so it's not like I was hauling anything oversized. So, we are just hauling a little mini one. I didn't even catch what we're actually hauling, actually. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, machine parts. Okay. I didn't know. I seldom even look at what I'm hauling anymore. It's like, oh, machine parts, okay. Oh, housewares, okay. Don't you want to know what you're hauling? Not really. Does it need placarding? Now that is probably the most hopping rest stop I've ever seen on any highway since I've been playing this game. Oh, we got a bobtail coming up fast. Holy shit. Well, I'll tell you one thing. No problem merging with traffic. Laka Boys 6282, welcome into the stream from YouTube. Glad you can make it. We are on our way to Houston. We were going to be on our way to Dallas Fort Worth, but they actually gave away our the load we're supposed to take. So kind of pissed off at Wally World, but oh well. We departed Huntsville, Alabama. I don't even know, when do I have to have this load there by? Oh, 3:10 p.m. Wednesday? Huh. I am so not worried about getting this there on time. Oh, there's our Mississippi border. I did post some, I'm going to try to post more of the signs between signs between states there. And where's my shit? Nothing like putting that at the last second. Goddamn utility truck. I like this way station. This way station looks cool. Okay, 56349. We are back up to green flag racing here in one moment. I do absolutely love the square. I've said this before in previous streams. There we go. Come on. There we go. I said this before in previous streams where I absolutely love the square mirrors. I used to run with the round. I like those, but I think the gray. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. If I start to smell toast, I'm gonna just assume I'm having a stroke. Anyway, the square mirrors, I just think somehow, it might all be in my head, but I think I see more of the road with those square mirrors on my hood. So, I started running with those, and then I just made them standard on any ACS truck that I purchase. I usually purchase the same type of truck, that way none of my drivers are limited to local deliveries. And like I said, the only thing that sucks is I've lost my Canadian expansion pack with the what the fuck? Well, better get DOT out there. They gotta trim some weeds. Holy shit. But yeah, so yeah, I lost the Canadian one. I want to get a Canadian mod back in there so I get those garages back. Hopefully on upcoming streams they will actually fix the issue with the Canadian mod. Issue with the Canadian mod is when you drive into Canada, the good thing is everything switches over to the Canadian metric system. So your GPS will say your speed limit's 100 when, you know, for 62 miles per hour because it's metric. The problem is the game doesn't recognize it as metric. So the game simply recognizes it as your speed limit's now 100 miles per hour. So that's a slight issue. Also, it might be because of the same thing, because the equation or the calculation they're using for the metric system, but the time is literally reversed. Meaning, so right now while it's 11:43 a.m., yeah, right now while it's 11:43 a.m., it would actually, in the Canadian mod, once you cross the border, it would actually look like 11:48 p.m. So, and then once you cross the border back into America, it's all fixed again. So, that's just a slight issue that's got to be addressed in the Canadian mod. Other than that, the Canadian mod adds a whole new dimension to the game, allowing you to go through the border checkpoints and so on. So I really do like it. If you wanted to add in some Canadian hauls, or if you are from Canada and you just want to be able to do some Canadian haul, some of your home country's hauls, I do recommend it. It is a very good mod. Just has those two slight issues. I am looking forward to maybe finding a Mexican mod that's going to work, because I would love to start doing runs south of the New Mexico and Arizona and Texas borders, and California for that matter. And okay. Okay, looks like here they kind of borrowed off of New Mexico's highway system. Because for a moment there I was like, did I overshoot Texas by a little bit? But yeah, I'm looking for a New Mexico, there it is. I'm looking for a Mexican one that won't crash the game. Last one I installed from one of the trucker sites, every time I go to load the game, it was literally crashing. I removed that mod, it doesn't crash. So, oh, and the Coast to Coast mod that I am using, 2.5 is a 2.5 beta for version 1.31 of the game, which is the newest beta out there for the game. ATS. The 2.5 beta for Coast to Coast is they do have 2 versions out. They have one version if you have the New Mexico DLC, which this is the one I'm playing currently. They also have one if you don't have the New Mexican DLC. Available same place as I actually downloaded the other. I actually got it right off one of the forum sites. Seems to work. I haven't had any true issues that I've at least registered in my head. Never mind that. Take that back. I don't remember what state it was in. I think it might have been northern Florida or southern Georgia. There is an issue with one of the steel barricades. It basically looks like it's going across a road, kind of like the normal gold barriers do. And I didn't hit it. I didn't want to take the chance, and I didn't want to take the chance that it was not an illusion and I could just drive through it. So I went around it. So I don't know if it's solid or not, but I wasn't taking the chance either. So that so far is about the only thing I've really saw wrong with this beta. I mean, I'm not counting the shrubbery coming through the road. I mean, that could be a momentary drop texture, so there's not technically an issue. I mean, so anything's possible. But yeah, I don't know what the whole idea with the steel barrier going, acting like one of the gold barriers, Best news for me is I won't have to worry about crashing into an invisible wall anymore. That's always a plus. Okay, so they got me on the 55 to New Orleans, so it looks like they are going to direct me into Houston on the 10. So just as long as they don't, as long as the creators here didn't mimic the Houston traffic through the 10, I'll be happy. If they mimic the traffic, you're gonna see me cry on camera. Just saying. Hey, Andrew Rouse, glad you can make the stream. I would absolutely love... Whoa! Almost hit the barricade. I would absolutely hope that SCS would actually put out a Canadio. What the fuck is a Canadio? Jesus Christ, I'm gonna go over here and just call me into another rest stop. I probably need a rest stop if I'm coming up with words like fucking Canadio. Canadio. I think that's just south of Canada, but just north of the United States. Anyway, yes, no, I would absolutely love if they produced a Canadian and Mexican mod through through SCS. There we go. Jesus Christ. I'm going back to bed after this. Oh. Yeah, I would absolutely love it if they did. And I would think that would be the next logical thing. I would hate to think that they would actually create a Canadian trucker. I mean, just include it in the American one, But yeah, I would absolutely love it if they did. The fact that some modders have been able to do it, it's definitely possible. Absolutely no problem, Andrew. We and the rest of Code 1 are always here for you. There we go. Got her up to 80. So they've called me now in to 3 different way stations. When I didn't get called into, I was only called into 2 the entire trip from Miami to Huntsville, and both of them were in Florida. Go figure. So I think the sign back there was my Louisiana border sign. So once we, well, looks like they're going to have us get off up here. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're just going to have us take the 10 across. I mean, otherwise it doesn't make sense for them to be bringing me down into New Orleans. Good news is traffic is kind of light. That's good. Looks like GTA. Looks like GPS is having us there at 8:45 tonight. So got about another 6 hours. We could theoretically stop and rest. I would love to get. I don't like resting this early in the day, though, because what I do like to do in this game, and there's a simple reason for it, I like to do all my traveling during the day. So I like to go from 6, basically 6 to 6:30, about 12 hours of driving. The reason is just because the only thing I could say about this game is it could definitely use more ambient lighting. I mean, not so much on the highway. The highway is what it is. Yeah, the highway is what it is. But like a lot of the places you drop for delivery or pick up your loads, there's dark as shit. The only way you know that you have a load right there is because the most non-legit thing is happening, and nope, right there. That was almost bad. Had to try to decode what GPS was actually telling me. Oh, absolutely. I do know that the modders in some of the modding communities for ATS Trucker, they actually do have a Hawaiian mod out there, so you can actually drive around in Hawaii and deliver load. I don't know how complex it is, so I don't know about if it's got the ferries so you can go between the islands and whatnot. I do know that it is out there. I haven't actually gotten an opportunity to try it yet, but it is a standalone mod as opposed to the being actually incorporated into Coast to Coast. I haven't yet seen an Alaskan mod out there yet. I would actually be very interested in seeing that. I'm going to get ticketed again. There it is. But yeah, I haven't seen an Alaskan one. I would love to see one, only because even if I would have to, well, theoretically that would show, if I had that mod running with the Canadian mod, then it would just extend the border of that. So yeah, that would theoretically, it would theoretically extend my overall map if it would play nicely with Coast to Coast in Canada. Actually kind of interested to try to see if they have one yet. But yeah, I'd also would love to see like a lot of the ferries going around with the for like the U.S. Virgin Islands and whatnot. Absolutely. Definitely would be expanding the borders and the reaches of the game. So let's see, we're down to 227 miles. Unless this guy starts really yawning and acting like he's gonna die. Yep, there it is, we're on the 10. I didn't see any signs, that's why I'm only saying it now, because I'm seeing it on the GPS. But, yeah, unless this guy starts dying, I'm not going to look for a rest area. I'm going to see how far to the, how much I can cut into that 200 miles. Hopefully. Okay, so 4 hours in, we are at 65 miles per hour speed limit. We are at 81 miles per hour, passing up some trucks. Fuel is good. I think the only thing that's taken any damage today so far is my cargo. So that's going to be nice. But, you know. Right there, that's probably the jack off who stole my load, because that's what I was supposed to be hauling to Fort Worth. Jackass. Now, if he was going to Fort Worth, they wouldn't have they won't route him through the 10. That just no. Yeah, they would probably get him onto the 40 and have him go straight into Texas that way. That would take the 40 long enough, you'll go right through the northern panhandle, so. But yeah, that's what we were supposed to be hauling. We're supposed to be hauling some lumber, but still not quite sure what those are. If there's, they gotta be at least 16 footers, 16 or 24 footers of, look like maybe 4x4s or 6x6s. All I know is if you're using that size, if you need that size and that many of them, if you need that many of them, or that size, or need to cut them, you're doing some serious work with posts or other structural support. Yep. Just so you don't think I'm a lunatic now for laughing and not telling you what I'm laughing about, I also have our Discord server open, which if you're interested in joining our Discord server, you can get a lot of behind the scenes stuff and whatnot, and talk to the different role players, the Code 1 guys, and if you have problems with ATS or GTA, we have a good group of guys that can usually help you out, get you back onto a working state, and basically we've more or less had to play daddy with some people, and had to make some, that's the way I call it, because, you know, CHP Officer 20 is not, oh, there's the Texas border. The CHP Officer 20 community is not an open community. It is whitelisted. It keeps the riffraff out or in. I'm not quite sure which. Anyway, so in order to join us, you do have to fill out an application. You do have to go through an interview process. You do have to go through training. You know, you have to do a lot to get into the community. And then we're having people doing this, telling us when they're available and getting hired because of that reason. and then come role play time, and the server's up 24/7. So there's no reason like, oh, the server wasn't up. I've looked at some other servers, and let me tell you, we have as close to 100% uptime as far as server that I've ever seen in comparison to other servers. So you're not saying, well, I couldn't log in because of this. If you can't log in, you give me the error, I'll tell you what the issue is, and we will get you in. End story. Well, it's always the same group of people. And there's only so many things a group of people can come up with for roleplay. So we've had to get a little stern, like I said, we have to play daddy, you know. So we've had to come up with some things to say, hey, you got to either call out and tell us why and tell us how many, or we just take you as a no-call, no-show, and you will get your warning tags and do it. You can risk losing your rank, if any. Do it enough, we bust you back to civilian. Do it more than that, we bust you back to viewer. Because apparently you got too much going on in your personal life, and we're going to make things easier for you. Well, told you that story to tell you this one. Today, one of my senior Code 1 guys, Jay, made a post that I fully stand behind, 100%. We got actually one of our junior Code 1 members, I shouldn't even say junior Code 1, it's more accurate to say Code 1, but actually went into the call-out menu and call-out screen and said why he doesn't roleplay. Well, the gentleman who did this is one of my executive producers, and it wasn't Sean, so that kind of limits it. Sorry, Dan. But, yeah, he told us why he doesn't roleplay. It's like, okay. I went over and I said, hey, Jay, how you like that? You scared Dan into saying... Anyway. He just went back in and he said, if you don't RP, you don't have to call out. But, yeah. How you like that? 42 miles to go. Come on, we are not stopping. We're gonna get on this pig, go hammer down, and we're gonna take this thing right to Houston. I am not stopping 37 miles out, and you want to now yawn? You gotta be really playing around with me if you think I'm gonna stop. I'm actually thinking of relocating my single player stream life to on ATS to Houston so it can match my real life, but haven't made the decision yet. But I might actually do it, actually, just to keep things consistent, you know what I mean? Okay, nope, it's going to be the next exit. Are you getting off? There it is. A signal would have been nice, jackass. Oh, I just don't know. Sorry, Walmart. You either put that, you either drop the hammer down or you're not passing me anytime soon. Okay, so want to thank everyone who's joined in here today. Going to try not to go off the road while I'm reading the chat and everything else. So, I find it funny, when I'm driving the truck like this, I got the, I set my guys so I can see the full range of dash just like I would be if I was actually driving. And then I got the side mirrors and the two front mirrors, and whenever I look into my mirrors as I'm driving, it's like I actually find myself moving my head to look to the left or moving my head. It's a fully immersive RP in that respect. Anyway, Want to thank everyone who's joined in here today. If this is your first time joining in and watching, want to say thank you for finding us and thank you for joining in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on whatever network you're watching me on, as I am going live right now to... Whoa! Fuck. That was my fault. I was watching the chat. Come on, you stupid bobtail. Go! We exchanged information, fuckface. That was my fault, though. That's what happens when I start talking and watching the chat. But yeah, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a minute of action. Come on, Mr. Bobtail. You're gonna do it to me again, aren't you? Yeah, so we upload fairly competitively. We are Monday through Fridays, like clockwork, with live episodes of either Grand Theft Auto with the LSPDFR Cops and the LSPDFR Matrix LivePD. We also do the American Trucker series with ATS, American Truck Simulator. I'm not exactly sure where the fuck they're going to have me deliver this, but it's a very small yard. There we go. Okay, come on. Well, let's try to give it to them where they want it. Which is kind of interesting, because those are the same words that the IRS says to me. Okay, Mr. Walsh, where do you want it? I tell them, just not in the face. But anyway, both under that respect, both me and the IRS are talking about two different things. Oh shit! I actually had my strobes on that whole time. Fuck. I think I'm gonna have to back out. I don't know if this is going to work the way I was hoping. Might work. Might work. Gotta remember that I don't have ghost mode like they do in RP, so I gotta be careful not to hit this thing either. Oh, shit. What, you want to do rest right now? Yeah, I should have just backed the fuck out is what I should have done. I'm fucking jackknifing it now. What did I hit? Yeah. I had to try it. I had a feeling it wasn't gonna fucking work. Actually, this is a small load. Do I have enough room? Where am I hitting? Oh. Yeah, fucking... I might actually have to rest just because of this shit. I tried, most of this is on me. I tried to shortcut the method, and I shouldn't have. What sucks is this thing's such a small load, you would think I could just flip it. I guess that's not exactly the best terminology to use, huh? Well, that's kind of what I was trying to do initially. Problem is, I'm too close to that barrier now. GamerGuy9564. We're watching just a major clusterfuck. I tried to take a shortcut, and I shouldn't have. Well, you know what? There we go. Yeah. I tried to take a shortcut. I shouldn't have. And now I just gotta pay the price. You know what I mean? Well, looks like Houston is, in the game anyway, going to be getting some rain. Yeah. As a rule, never take shortcuts unless you know them for sure. That was an old rule of one of my managers back in the day. How are we doing on that side? Oh, of course it is. You know me. I almost do nothing unmodded there, gamer guy. I'm not exactly sure how my trailer got 2% damage. I didn't even hit anything. But, you know. This trailer's not even hardly turning. Okay, this thing has exactly 2 minutes to start reacting right, or I'm gonna be changing, because this thing's not turning left. Now I realize I didn't have the trailer turn left enough to that moment, but you know. Yeah, it has no fucking problem turning to the, going back towards that, that rig back there. Thank you, gamer guy. Okay. Sorry, these guys are not going to get it where they want it. Because I am, I'll tell you right now, I did mess up the first time. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I messed up the first time. I tried to take a shortcut, that's on me. But, I try to take a shortcut, that's on me. But, yeah, I'm not, when I gotta start doing, jank-ass shit to get this fucking thing to turn, fuck that. But, yeah, definitely thank you, gamer guy. Thank you for joining in. See, the good news is I know exactly how my truck turns, so... Hey, OGY, welcome in. Or at least the closing efforts of the series here. I was going to back it in, but, you know. Absolutely. Thank you, Gamer Guy. Don't forget to hit that follow button so you won't miss future episodes. See, I noticed too, this game does not let you fall asleep when you're parking. Now, if I was on the highway right now and he was yawning that much, I would have, my guy would have fallen asleep and I would have went straight off the road. I noticed that part of it. Okay, so we delivered our machine parts. We had a couple bullshit things happening early on in the stream. We had a where guys just crashed into us for no reason. The last crash, that was me. That was all on me. I should have looked to my left. I didn't. I was talking to people on the stream. Absolutely OGY. I will definitely do that. I definitely have that added to my things to do. So we can get things back up and running. So on our travel from Huntsville to Houston, 794 miles, 11 hours and 35 minutes game time, fuel consumed 116.6 gallons. Most of that consumed while parking because of my initial screw up. Again, never take shortcuts unless you know. So with all the rewards and long distance and the urgency, we got it there a day ahead of time. Got 901 experience points and 22,786 was our payoff. Okay, so we will. Oh, actually, we do have a we do have a garage here, as I indicated earlier. There it is. So we will head right to the Houston garage. Taking a little time to load. Okay, let's go ahead and throw on our wipers. Yeah, I try to do a quick U-turn with it, but this Caterpillar delivery point is just not big enough to do what I was going to do. It would have worked in some Caterpillar lots, but not this one. And I only know it would have worked because I have done it in other Caterpillar lots, but not this one. The Houston one, mental note to self, is too small. We pretty much own this road, so I'm not worried about speeding on it. Okay, we'll go ahead and let this guy rest since he is about to die. That way it's one less thing I gotta worry about later. We'll go ahead and hit the save real quick. Almost saved over the wrong profile. There you go. Okay, so I want to thank everyone who's joined in here today with this short little stream. Just had a little one from Huntsville to Houston, Texas. It was supposed to be to Fort Worth, but they gave away my wood. And I could have said that better, but I didn't. Yeah, so we went to Houston instead. And I am thinking about transferring my Vegas location to Houston, and so go ahead and let me know in the chat if you support that, yay or nay. I'll go based on majority, should we switch or not. I mean, in-game really doesn't do much. It'll just make it more in line with what I'm, where I actually am and whatnot. But anyway, I want to thank everyone joining in. Don't forget, if it is your first time, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube or Mixer or Twitch. That way you won't miss a moment. I think those lines on the back are just so fucking cool. I love the enhancement. As always, thank you for joining in, and I will see you all on the flip side. Maybe streaming later on today, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss that. Giggy Loki 8208. Thank you for joining in. I do apologize that you're joining us here at the end, but hit that subscribe button on Mixer so you can follow the station, because I might be going live later today. Never know when I'm going to go live on the weekends. I've gone live 2 or 3 times on the weekends before. So, again, thank you for joining in. Thank you for the follow there, Giggy, and I will see you all next time. Until then, as always, as I normally say, 1AM20 to dispatch, show me, code 4, 107, and 1042.
Like stars that shine in darkness goes so bright. You once told me I'd have to dim my light. My